What's up, you guys? Welcome to my channel. It's your girl Maya. If you are new to my channel, hi, it's me, Maya. What's up? So I made a video. I'll put a screenshot right here. It was webcam model money breakdown, where I tell you exactly how much money you should be expecting to make about every year, every hour. I am so specific. It's easily, in my opinion, a really good video if you want to know exactly how much, your goal should be for the month and for the year. Okay, so that's that. That will be linked in the description box down below. And this time I am thinking about doing a webcam model budget breakdown, right, where I personally tell you about my little expenses and stuff and how I like to organize my money a little bit more. Okay, so this is gonna be like so specific that this will be the last video I do on webcam model money, period. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Now, I just wanted to let you guys know that first of all of my little all my expenses varies. Okay, since I've been a cam girl, I don't think I've made the exact same amount of money in like 1 month. I don't think I've made the exact same amount of money each month. I really don't. Every single month is literally different. What I spend money on is different, and what I make my money on is different. So I just want to let you guys know that this all varies. Like every single month I try to redo my budget, like look over everything, try to add and subtract different stuff that can help me out. Okay, so I of course pay for internet. That's very important. I have to have internet for webcamming, and I pay $100 per month. And I know that seems like a lot. However, I do have multiple phones. I have my laptops. I have my own little Wi-Fi thing. So there you go. And for food, it's $200 per month because your girl has learned her lesson from eating out so many times. And honestly, when you eat less, obviously you don't gain that much weight, and part of being a webcam model is your image, so it helps out like that. That's how I like to think about it. I always tell myself if I eat like healthier and less, I don't have to work out. And don't try to give me like nutritional advice and stuff. I get it, okay? You should still work out, but you get my point. So for my cat, it's $30. Now, usually I budget around $60 for my cat, but last month I got so much food. Like I pretty much maxed out the budget. I got so much food for him and a little bit of toys and everything, so he's good for like this month. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna have to even buy him like any food this month because he's good. He has so many cans, dry food, little treats, all the stuff, And then health insurance is $257. So for this month, I actually already paid that health insurance like a month ago. So that's what I mean by sometimes it, my budget literally can be different. But yeah, because like this month for May, I'm all good on health insurance. College, this is $46 a day, roughly. And $46 a day, let me do the calculations on that real quick. Because about every 2 months, roughly, I have to pay like it's like a few thousand pretty much. Okay. So $46 per day for college times 31 days is $1,426. Okay, so I usually take that money, of course, and put it in a little college account. So when it's time to pay for college, of course, I just pay for college out of the college account. So that's what I budget for my college, and like I said, that can depend because if you do certain things, of course, you can get a discount. But I actually am going to be upping my classes probably like in a few months, so that's gonna be more money. So I literally take it month by month. Okay, literally every month is something different and it's something new with me. So that's how I do it, month by month. Now we have extras, it's $200, and then we also have for electricity, and then for the land that I'm right now, I'm just renting it under my tiny home because I'm like, I don't know if I want to stay where I'm at right now, or maybe I should move, or maybe I don't know. Before I make any final decisions on where exactly I want to stay, I'm just like renting out the land right now. And for that plus utilities is $300. So that's not bad at all. And then I am in the process of getting a new car. Your girl should do a video about how I've had 7 different cars within the last 2 years. Do not judge me. I think, oh, wait, was it 7 or 6? 6, 7, either way. That's a lot of cars to have in 2 years. Your girl was just trying to be experimental and figure out what exactly she should do, and I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just kind of going with the flow, you guys. Like, a lot of my information I get from here, 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 here. You know what I mean? Okay, a lot of pressure, a lot of stress sometimes. It's just fucking me. Okay, but yeah, I don't know. So, but with gas, it's $60. With car insurance, it's $200. And I put that at max because I always like to put a little bit more than what the bill is going to be. You know what I mean? Like, if the bill is going to be like $70, I like to make sure I budget out $80. You know, $80, because you never know what may happen. Maybe expenses, charges for some reason gets added on. I don't know, but that's what I like to do. Now, roughly that's between $2,500 to $2,773. Okay, and what I usually like to do is divide it. So like let me give you an example. Let me give you an example. $2,773 divided by 31 days is $90 per day, right? And I'm using that just for an example, of course, because it ranges. But that's what I like to do. I like to write down my budget, how much it's going to be, and then divide that by the days in the month. And for this example, it's about $90 per day, which means that I need to make at least $90 per day, and that's going to cover my needs and a little bit of my wants, just a little bit of my wants. Unless I have like a trip of course coming up, then I would just budget that in my next month. But that's what I like to do, is just per day. That really helps me a lot, because I know that if I'm sick, if I'm on my period, because usually being a cam girl, if I'm on my period, the first like 2-3 days, I don't want to work. I don't want to work. I just want to lay down and go to sleep and put a heater in front of my stomach and stop these cramps and put ice on my forehead because of my headaches. I don't want to do shit, you know? So there's that. And yeah, okay, so I like to divide it up by days, and I just know that I have to make that amount of money to cover what I need and a little bit of what I want. And if I do that, I'm good. Now that I have my expenses and I know I'm going to break it down by days and stuff, and I know that if I make at least $90 per day, I'm good to go. I got my needs and I got some of my wants, right? Because it's just me. It's just me and my cat. Also, for extras, right? Because this is something that I usually don't even input as expenses, because it's not something like that's a necessity. But my Roth IRA, my savings account, my emergency money, cash, my wallet money, you know, cash money in there, retirement account, investments, and then my emergency money in my bank account. Now, that's a lot of different things, but I think it's important to have backup plans and to have actually cash money on you as well, like actual cash. I think that's just important. I don't put out a specific amount for these things, just because it depends on what's going on in my life. I just try to like contribute a little bit here and there. It's usually like random amounts of money, just here it is for my Roth IRA, here it is for this. It's just random amounts. What I like to do is I like to use spreadsheets. You can use spreadsheets. You can write it out with your hands on like paper. You can do, I don't know, Google Docs, whatever is going to be most helpful to you to keep track of what you make and then what you spend. Because that's what I always like to do, is keep track of what I spend. I don't want to get over my budget, because if you get over your budget, there's no reason to have a budget if you're going to go over it. So I like to make sure that I have my profits and then what I lose that day, right? And even if I don't, here's what I do. Even if I don't spend like any money that day, I still subtract $90 per day. Why? Because that's my budget, and as long as I don't go over that, I'll be fine. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense, because this is something that I personally do, so this is like unique to me. Okay, so I like to do that every single day. Check my bank accounts, check everything every single day. Don't miss a day, because it's important to fill out like, okay, how much did I make that day? Okay, awesome. Subtract that by $90. Now this is my profit. Okay, so, and then no matter what, I like to make sure that my profit is over at least $250. All right, like my profit, meaning that whatever I made, subtract the $90, is still going to be at least $250 per that day, you know? That way that money can like split up and it can go into different like accounts and stuff, you know? So that's how I do it. I hope that doesn't sound too weird. Now, if you have any questions, I definitely will be happy to answer it. I hope this helps a little bit. Maybe if you're thinking about doing something similar or whatever, but I like to personally use a spreadsheet. You can use Google Docs if that helps you out, whatever you like to do. Some people have Dave Ramsey, some people watch Graham Stephan also for financial advice, for financial things to do. For me, I get paid every day because of being a camp girl, so it's easier just to go ahead and subtract, okay, this and then subtract this and then add this every single day. So another thing that I like to do is also keep track of the money that I have coming in, okay? So if I go online and I make a certain amount of money, I like to make sure to put in my spreadsheet, I made this amount of money on this day from this site, right? Or if I get a OnlyFans subscription, because my OnlyFans is like, what, $12? So I only make $9.60 every single time somebody subscribes, right? So if somebody does that, somebody subscribes one day, I'm like, okay, I made this much from OnlyFans. I like to put exactly the site where I made it from, because then I can kind of see the pattern, you know, of how much money am I making from what site. Because sometimes I'll cut a site off because it's not even worth it, because I could just go on this other site and just make more money. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I like to do trial and error with sites, with all kinds of stuff, which can be a lot because there's thousands of cam girl sites. There's thousands of phone operator sites. There's thousands of, I mean, shit, like sites like OnlyFans in general. There's thousands of that, right? So I like to make sure I'm writing down like where I'm getting my money from, and then even my outside sources. Where am I getting my money from? Write it down. So, okay, so I hope I'm not missing anything in this video. I really, really hope I'm not missing anything. But I think that pretty much sums up everything. Make sure you put your profits, your losses, and then what you actually made that day. Then take the money that you actually made that day and then split that up into different categories, you know, like for college, for gas, for insurance, for this, you know, split that up. I usually try to do it equally. You know what I mean? If I'm going to put $10 here, I put $10 here, I put $10 here, I put $10, you know what I mean? That's what I like to do, like just kind of spread the money around. So, yeah, we'll see. I thought about hiring an accountant before. However, I don't think it's worth it. Honestly, I feel like it's better just to learn your finances by yourself. And yeah, I don't have any debt breakdown, and I'd rather keep it that way personally. I don't even understand the concept of good debt, quote unquote good debt. I really don't. So I like to just keep it debt free. You know what I mean? That I feel like that makes things a lot easier, especially because I like to move around a lot. I like to do different things a lot, and I like to do stuff where I can say no, I don't want to do it if I'm uncomfortable, if I'm miserable. You know what I mean? I like to have options to cop out, okay? Like, just being real with you, because that's just how I am. I don't like to be miserable. I like to be as happy as I can, and I feel like your finances is one of the gateways of being happy and living free, if that makes any sense at all. But I hope this video helps with somebody, or I don't know. I feel like this just gives you a really personal intake of my life, and I was trying not to get too personal with my own finances, but I think you get my point, right? So there you go. That's my little cam girl money breakdown thing, and I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Okay, bye guys.